Hey, what's up, everybody? I am the Gerbil, and I am actually sick, so I'm eating oranges, keeping my lips chapped, and trying not to die. Anyway, I want to share with you guys the core teams I used to get all the way through my Conquest November, or whatever we're doing right now. I guess it's December, isn't it? In 3.5 days. No joke. Red crate, 3.5 days. No, I did not even tap the 200 crystal refreshes. This is an easy conquest. It legit is. I'm going to show you how there are so many teams that quadruple dip. Some even tap into 5 feats all in one battle. So let's just dive into it. I'm not going to show any gameplay. I'm just going to show the teams. So feel free to screenshot all of these. There's going to be some, they're almost like infographic style presentations. And I will put them in my Discord, though. No, I really don't engage in Discord anymore. I just share periodically, like just graphs and stuff. So it's there, and there's a link down below. It should be in the description. Anyway, if this video is going to be helpful, honestly, please do hit that like, do hit that subscribe. It's actually really impressive. Only about 23% of the people who watch my views regularly are subscribed, and I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe. So I'm going to go through each of the feats, or not each of the feats. I'm going to go through each of the sector feats, and I'm just going to very briefly touch on the global feats, because the thing about Conquest is it's not about necessarily like how lucky you are, and it's honestly, a lot of it does depend on how wide your roster is. The bigger the roster, the easier Conquest gets. But it really is executive functioning skills with regard to efficiency and knowing where to allocate your teams for their stamina and stuff. There's no reason to ever battle a fight for one and only one feat when you can use one team to get multiple. So for example, here in the sector feats, I've got a little pink, a yellow, and a blue arrow pointing to win 15 battles with Moroccan Shin for pink, attempt to inflict critical chance down 100 times in yellow, and then a blue arrow pointing to win 15 battles with a full squad of dark side unaligned force users. That right there is Inquisitor lead, Riva, Grand Inquisitor, take your pick on the other Inquisitor, plus Marak and Shin, and it does not matter. They can be 2 stars gear 1. If you have Volatile Accelerator plus multiple Amplify Agonies, I recommend 2 minimum, maybe even required. And then I would recommend a Ruthless Swiftness. What happens is when the battle opens, all the purge stacks get applied, GI gets thrown to 100% turn meter, the debuffs apply, the Amplify Agony triggers, the enemies are all in the red. Grand Inquisitor, even at 1% stamina, use your AoE and you win. It's a 1-turn win. You get 3 feats in 1 go. The 2 most important characters in every Conquest, in my humble belief, is Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and Riva/GI. Now, if we look at the bottom of this screen, you'll see it says critical chance down. This is the only time I'm really going to talk about this global feat, because this feat was the last one I completed, no joke, and this is the team I did, and I was getting like 60 of them in that one battle to finish it. So Leia's, when she rolls the logs, she'll hit some people with critical chance down, but what's more important is that T3 and Tarkin are your they have AoE critical chance downs, and Jyn Erso can pass 100% turn meter to any ally, and she siphons ally with her first special, and both of those are on a cooldown of 2, which means if she throws over the turn meter, then siphons somebody that's near 100% turn meter, she takes another turn, and maybe the pass is a cooldown of 3, but she basically takes back-to-back turns with the siphoning. And since she's a rebel, she benefits from R2 and GL Leia. So that squad right there will knock out critical chance really fast. I mean, you can really, if you can delay it, you can hit that battle probably 1 and done, 100 critical chance downs. Now beyond that, your next best is probably your Night Trooper. So if you look at the chart here, where or over here, if you look at the chart down here, there's some red numbers that say sector focus. These are the sectors where I think you are most likely to achieve these global feats without any effort, like without focusing on them, without thinking about them, just using the sector feats. These are where you're going to accomplish those. So like, for example, win 15 battles with full Galactic Republic. I didn't use a single Galactic Republic squad, I think, until I got to Sector 4, and I completed it about a third of the way through Sector 5. Right, so let's take a look, shall we, at Sectors 1 and 1. It's a cute little transition. So here we've got 4 feats, and I'm not going to explicitly talk about the boss feats. I'm only going to talk about the sector feats, not the bosses. Win with Morgan surviving. Now, obviously, if you have a full, high relic Night Sisters, that's great, because winning with Night Sisters is also a global feat. So you can go straight in there with Morgan. Now, what you probably don't want to do is run her under a low power Great Mother squad if you don't have the high relics, because Great Mothers prevent revives. So if you're going to struggle to keep Morgan alive, maybe she's low gear, then you'll want to run her under Old Daka with Zombie, Marin, and then so that she can have a double chance to revive through Old Daka and Marin and be protected by Zombie. Other than that, throughout the rest of this, anytime there's a win with somebody surviving, I'm going to recommend the Reva, Grand Inquisitor, Volatile Accelerator, Amplify Agony, or I'm going to recommend Grandmaster Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, Yoda, and sincerely, no joke, Ewok Elder, plus that character. Because if you get Voluntary Vanguard, the AI is going to be forced to attack GM Luke. GL Luke, of course, or not GL Luke, but Knight Luke has got the AoE stun, which is just fantastic. So you use Hermit Yoda for turn meter advantage. You use Jedi Master Luke's inherited teaching to spread back and forth that special attack doing excessive damage. And you use Ewok Elder to gain turn meter across the whole team, turn team-wide cleanse, and he has 2 revive mechanics. So in the event that character who needs to survive dies, you've got 2 opportunities to revive that character. It's really nice. Beyond that, critical damage down. Really good one there is Dash. Dash lead is going to give you an opportunity for a full squad of mercenaries, critical damage down on his AoE, as well as I like to put Chrysanthemum in there as a tank. He's got it. And then if you can keep Shin and Marak in there, they don't have to survive. They really don't, especially in the global feat. They just have to be there. So this doubles down on 2 global feats and 2 sector feats. Now, directly below me, the GL Leia, if you've got her, you can probably, especially with Voluntary Vanguard, force the AI into attacking Leia and hopefully just kill off everybody, keeping Morgan alive. Similar idea with Saw, who has, I believe, an AoE critical damage down as well as Dash. Below that for Blight, if you haven't tuned into Scribe's channel, check it out. He's got a great video showing how you can get 100 or all 50 Blights, or 40 if you need 40 in one battle. I believe that I did that as well against a Phoenix squad, because Phoenix, what really sucks about Phoenix and GAC is that when they land that critical hit, they take another turn. But the thing about Captain Enoch is he stops the critical hits. Like, that's our call to fame. And so if they can't be critical hit, the Phoenix squads don't take extra attacks. And that means you can just kind of delay that. Let them just hit and pat, let the thing basically time out. And just try not to win for the most part, and you can probably get all your Blights in one battle. Now, there are a couple boss notes I'll point out. Mon Mothma is really good, because on the boss level here, this is what I did. Luthen, if you have Luthen, he's amazing with Mon Mothma, even at lower stars, he really is. And then you put Marak in there, and what you do is you rely on stacking fervor, or if you can get weak point, oh my goodness, weak point's amazing. Ruthless swiftness is fantastic, so all you've got to do is get a turn. Everybody assists, attacks, get the turn meter train in there from Pow and Hoth, and then the ruthless swiftness kicks in with more turn meter. The weak point kicks in, exponentially increasing your damage. Before you know it, you wipe out the enemies without them even taking a turn, and Marak has survived. So that is what I did. My Marak is gear 11, 5-star, FYI. Yep, so these are my high recommended Sector 1s. Now for Sector 2, and this actually gets easier to read as we go through here. You get more familiar with it, I promise. And then Sectors 4 and 5 get really, really light because it just gets easier. So for Armor Shred, once again, check out Scribe. He's got another video showing all, all 30 Armor Shreds in one battle. It's honestly not hard to do. There are a couple teams. He uses a CLS team. I did it with this Jedi Master Luke team. I used a bunch of survivability mods with Ruthless Swiftness initially, and then what you do is you go in against a General Grievous squad with Droideka. You allow Droideka to get under damage immunity, and then no, it's not. Sorry, it's not Ruthless Swiftness. It's the other one, Turn Meter Decay. I think it is that whenever you attack them out of turn, or whenever you attack, you remove like 8% turn meter. I don't remember exactly, but Jedi Master Luke is basically your tank. Then you put the Beskar armor to keep him alive. Then Sabine has a cooldown 2 with her Armor Shred, which once she gets 3 stacks of translation from C-3PO, then it basically, she just does it every single turn. You get some turn meter advantage with Grandmaster Yoda, so you, or not Grandmaster, Hermit Yoda, so you just use him with Inherited Teachings as much as possible to gain a little bit of turn meter. C-3PO removes turn meter. And then with the right data disk, you just basically you prevent Droideka from ever taking a turn, and you just ramp up all those stacks of Armor Shred. Now, back to Inquisitors. Oh my, are they so good in this Conquest. Reva GI, 7th Sister, 5th Brother, 8th Brother. In this one, you get Armor Shred. It's going to be kind of hard, I do admit. But it's also an UFU squad, which you need for the sector feat, and it's a dark side UFU squad, so you're doubling down on the global feats. Now, if you don't have Grand Inquisitor or Reva, perhaps you'll have Slicker, and if you don't have Slicker, then consider running just Kylo Ren Unmasked as the lead with Malicos, whatever level Shin and Marak you have, and then throw in Starkiller. And if you don't know who else to do, just do a quick query in your inventory, look for Unaligned Force Users and Dark Side. But this one in particular gives you the sector feat UFU, global feat dark side UFU, global feat Shin Marak, global feat critical chance down, and then potentially mini boss where you have to have Shin in the squad anyway. So that one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities for feats in one battle. Ain't it great? Great Mothers surviving is a challenge. If you have high gear Great Mothers, then it's not a challenge, especially with those Amplifying Volatile Accelerators. You spam out all those debuffs, you just wipe everyone out. But again, if you do not, then consider Reva Jedi Master Luke leads. In particular, I do mix this Jedi Master Luke lead up, and this is what I did. For potency up, actually Eth Koth. Is that Eth Koth? I think that's Eth Koth. Or is that Kit? Oh my gosh, the green head dude. I can't remember which one that is. That's not Eth Koth. That's Kit Fisto. So he's got an AoE potency up. I think it only affects Jedi, but also Old Ben has potency up on his basic. So use Luke's Inherited Teaching to call Old Ben at every opportunity you can. You'll get a few armor shreds out of gas if you throw him in there. Also for the boss mercenary, I would really recommend this Dash Kyle, who is that? Cara Dune, and then Shin Marak, because you get potency up so easy with Cara Dune and with Kyle, and then you've got obviously a full screen team of mercenaries plus 2 global feats, including critical chance down on Shin's basic. So wowzers, is there so much overlap. All right, sector 3 is so easy. The top team is what I did for like the first 8 battles in a row. I got them down to like 20% stamina and got almost all of the feats. This is just gold. No lead, Malak leadership, easy cheesy. Voluntary Vanguard, and they are forced into him. Then stuns, you get an AoE team-wide stun with Jedi Knight Luke, Death Trooper Peridia just because he has to be there, and then you got an AoE accuracy down on 5th Brother, Ewok Elder for turn meter advantage on his basic. Every time he attacks, he's got like a 60-some% chance or whatever to give your whole team 10% turn meter, and himself 50, I think, 50% turn meter. So he'll take a lot of turns. And then you're going to stun the enemies. You're going to get that accuracy down. You're going to get no leader feat. You're getting all 4 sector feats in one battle. And of course, you can mix this up with whatever alternative you have. I think Cad Bane is a good option instead of Fifth Brother. Like maybe his stamina is getting low from all the other battles. So like Cad Bane double taps. It's a percentage chance to double tap and applies accuracy down on basic. So you can just like, you know, double tap away with him. Now, a really fun one is Seventh Sister Lead. It's overlooked because it's in her unique ability that says if she's the leader. So I don't know why they didn't just put that in her lead ability, but in her unique, it says that if the enemy target has, I think, 3 stacks of Purge, then whenever she attacks out of turn, which is every time another Inquisitor does anything, she will apply accuracy down. So basically, every single turn, she will apply accuracy down. So like if you got Reva, take out Ninth Sister, put in Reva, but otherwise a Seventh Sister Lead with survivability data discs, and you can probably get all 50 in one battle. That's just kind of a fun one, and it's neat to put, you know, non-GI Reva Lead Inquisitors. Now stun, I did the second one, the CLS here. I got all 50 stuns in one battle just for the lulz, because R2 stuns on basic. Cara Dune has an AoE stuns all enemies. So if you get out there to like a Thrawn, a Vader, a Palpatine, or even an Imperial Trooper team, you just got to get the advantage, the turn meter, get one turn without dying. When she throws her AoE, they all get stunned. Jyn siphons and stuns, passes turn meter back to Dune. Dune's AoE is on a cooldown of 2. Jyn's AoE does no damage. Cara Dune's AoE does no damage. Han, you want to shoulder shrug a lot just so he doesn't do too much damage. Of course, he stuns on his opening shot and he stuns on his middle ability. Luke can stun on his middle ability. R2 stuns on basic. Like, yeah, that one's just a gimme. And then the bottom one, Death Trooper Peridea surviving. Guess who? Reva Grand Inquisitor. That's right. Jedi Knight Master Luke. That's right. Anytime you need someone to survive, that's the go-to. Another favorite of mine that I didn't put in here is Admiral Raddus, because Raddus doesn't care who's on the team. He revives the entire team if he triggers his hope mechanic at the end. So you can just stay alive, and then right before you win, make sure he takes a turn, triggers, revives everyone. It's great. All right, Sector 4, folks. We're getting through this. There's where you finally get to our Galactic Republics. Global feat. Speed down and all surviving. Okay, let's be real. All surviving is going to happen anyway as you just get yourself through the sector, in all likelihood. That blue one, that's an easy one. Inflict speed down 50 times, that's going to happen very easy a lot of different ways. You've got some AoE speed downs. I think Mace has it's on his basic. I think that's Fives has it on his basic. That one is not too challenging, I promise. It's really not. There are so many Galactic Republic squads. The thing is, you can go so many ways. Shakti clones, gas clones, Rex led clones. You just want to make sure that whenever you can call assist, you're calling Fives. And then for any Jedi squad, whether it's Qui-Gon Jinn lead, Beck lead, Jedi Knight Kenobi lead, anytime you can call assist, you want to call Mace. And then if you happen to put that Omicron on Padawan Kenobi, then almost any gain or apply debuff buff or feat just becomes like absolutely free. Now the Captain Enoch and Night Trooper survive. They don't have to survive, they have to be in the squad, so you can mix and match that how you want. Again, Reva, Jedi Knight Luke, and then have fun with it. But if you can build Imperial Remnant squads, there are 2. I went back and forth on these once I realized I didn't need to have them survive, and I didn't need Enoch to be in the lead squad. I ended up putting Dark Trooper Moff Gideon as my lead. And yeah, you're going to get speed down from Night Trooper and speed down from Scout Trooper, so there's more speed down options there. Shin Hati, I think she has to survive, in this feat. So this one is more challenging. This is where I would recommend saving Reva GI for. And then Dash, if you got the volatile accelerators with ruthless swiftness, right? The battle opens up. He usually goes first. He spams debuffs, triggers the Ampliagonies. All your enemies are in the red. Ruthless Swiftness triggers. Your whole team takes a turn before the enemies. You just kill everyone. So that's almost a guaranteed keep any weak character alive mechanic also. All right, folks, Sector 5, we are almost done. Imperial Remnants, evade 100, critical damage up with either of 2 squads. That's great. Whether you want to go Enoch lead or if you want to go with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon lead, either one will work. I put TIE Fighter Pilot in there because he gains Foresight, which gives you some evasion up. Again, you get critical damage up from Enoch and Scout Trooper. Evade 100 times in one battle is uber duper easy with recovery, health, protection, recovery, data discs so that you just don't die. You go into some squad that does a lot of AoEs, like something with Yoda, and you just do your best not to kill the enemies. Don't kill Yoda. Let him do his little jumpy spanny thing. He'll take a lot of turns, and you just keep throwing team-wide Foresight up using Yoda, either Yoda's. Kenobi gains Foresight, Beck gains Foresight. There's a whole bunch of ways to gain Foresight. It's incredible. And then you get critical damage up from Jedi Master Luke and Revan as well. A fun one, if you just like to go that route, is a Mon Mothma. You can easily get 50 critical damage ups in one battle. Why? Because basically Biggs, his basic does it. So he's just going to basic out of turn. Every single turn he'll attack. You got a bunch of turn meter train there. Just don't kill the enemies. Draw it out. And yeah, you'll get 50 in one battle. Elsbeth GM, Great Mother surviving. Back to the same old story, you know. If you can run a GM-led squad, do it. Yeah, that's great. But if not, Reva, Jedi Master Luke, Dash, Volatile Accelerator, Ampliagony, Ruthless Swiftness. I really don't feel good, folks. My tongue's getting all tied up. Last but not least, critical damage up, more evades, and global feat, Darkside Ufu Squad. We're right back to Reva. I swear, folks, Reva and GI and Jedi Master Luke, I think for anybody who's starting to get into normal hard level Conquest, you need to make sure you get these characters. Get into a good guild, get Reva, get GI, and Conquest just becomes way easier. All right, folks, once again, I hope I hope this video was helpful. I hope you liked it. If so, please do press that like and subscribe. And I will see you later with more good tips. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.